Oh, you scared me there. It's Ryan from Motivic, and you're listening to the Rooster Show.
In the garden she moves through the fountain of youth, where future dreams flow through her. Ancient birds whisper songs in the forest beyond, and the lavender rain falls upon her. Beautiful shapes, how the world creates color past skies so far away. In the garden she feels all the time has concealed. She can fly, she can sing. Love holds her. Something sounds from beyond, interrupting her song. Voices speak from the rooms all around.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Rooster Show. This is Rooster Jones. Today we have My Silent Wake with Ian Arkley, who is formerly of Seventh Angel and also Ashen Mortality. He is here. I know he is. He said he was here. There he is. That's my boy. The band was formed in 2005, and they are from Wales. So, yeah, let's see what's crack-lacking.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Ian? Good day to you.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Wonderful, actually. Spectacular day.
Excellent.
So, man, well, welcome again to the Rooster Show. It's great to have you always. And yeah. Okay, so we're going to be talking today about My Silent Wake, which was formed actually a more from Ashen Mortality, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but then it started with your metal with Seventh Angel. So if we can, let's just do a little brief thing on Seventh Angel, then we'll go to Ashen Mortality, and then we're going to talk about My Silent Wake, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
so tell me about what got you into doing Seventh Angel, how that was that formed, and why did it part?
Wow, that's a big question.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I started when I was quite young, sort of late teens. It sort of came together quite quickly. I was still really learning to play when the band started. Went through a few lineup changes, did the first few demos, and recorded. Did the first album quite quickly. And quickly on to the next one, and then we just sort of, I don't know what happened really. Things just started to change with us. We sort of wanted to do different things, I think, and life changed,
Yeah.
quite young still at the time, so things were moving on in different ways. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's
basically
good answer. Good answer.
in a nutshell.
So tell me about Ashen Mortality.
Well, then that started. It was my ex, but my partner at the time. I started Ashen Mortality with. Some of the songs at the start of that band were songs that I'd written for Seventh Angel, and we'd actually played some of them live when we played in the Netherlands towards the end of Seventh Angel, and some of them just got changed to be made more into sort of doom songs rather than sort of thrash doom. And yeah, we started playing them with Ashen Mortality, um, and demoed some of them and did the two albums with Ashen Mortality, and then that band went for about 11 years, and then the last
Wow.
lineup of that minus my ex sort of formed My Silent Wake. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Real
And
quick, I was going to ask, are you proud of the years that you spent with Seventh Angel? Are you proud of that work?
not entirely, I would say. Not entirely. In some ways, yeah. But I think like anything that you do when you're young, you probably look back on it and think, well, I didn't. Anything that you do artistic when you're young, you're going to look back on and think, well, looking at it now from the standpoint where I am now, I'm going to
Yeah.
look back on it and see the flaws and see the flaws in my logic, see the flaws in the way I saw the world and various things, Musically, I haven't got a problem with it. I think, we had a lot of energy, with the band. I think,
Yeah, it was. I thought the music was brilliantly written, but I mean that's just me. I mean, and plus a whole bunch of other people. There's a lot of fans out there that still love you guys, and
yeah, that's
so
right. I suppose the problem I have is that kind of like the lyrics are kind of well, now I'm for a long time I've been agnostic, and with the
yeah,
lyrics, they're very sort of. I think they appeal to the real sort of fundamentalist sort of mindset, and that's
I
definitely not
understand.
where I'm coming from. So
Yeah,
it's yeah. So obviously, I wouldn't want the lyrics to influence people in that way. Uh,
so what about Ashen Mortality? What's your purpose lyrically in that project?
that was more coming from. I was still a Christian then, so it's coming from that sort of mindset, but not with the same kind of like evangelical kind of fervor that was there with Seventh Angel in the early days, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was more of I don't know. There's still things about those lyrics that I'm not completely happy with, but again, I was still quite young, and looking back on it now, you know, 30 odd years later, obviously you're going to see things in those lyrics that you're not happy with. Judgmental kind of attitudes that I think I still had back then. Um,
okay.
just yeah, I think I was still holding on to some of those kind of attitudes really back then. So
Sorry for the deep questions. I'm
really,
sorry.
you've shoved me right in at the deep end, haven't
But
you? Thank you.
I mean, but if we're gonna, if we're gonna interview you, might as well ask the tough questions. I mean, that's what lets it out. I mean, we want to
Yeah.
hear your side of it. It's important to the
Well, I
followers.
think
It's important
even
to the
more now,
followers to hear it, and it's
yeah,
important
even more now when
for
I
you to
see,
get it off your chest.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
even more now when I see the massive divisions with people
Oh God, I hate it.
and the hatred, just the lack of lack of empathy. That's quite a buzzword at the moment. Lack of compassion. There's a lot of problems in the world, and it just seems to be escalating. And well, yeah, I despair of it really. And well, yeah,
Okay.
my sort of stance on it all. But
Okay, well, let's go to My Silent Wake now. 2005 was formed, right? Somewhere around there. And okay, and so tell me, what how was it? Why did you create this project? What's the purpose of it? What's its goal?
Well, obviously, with Ashen Mortality, as I say, that was with my ex-wife. I sort of went through a divorce around that sort of time of starting My Silent Wake. I also had a project with James from Visionaire, which was called Century Sleeper, and the projects went hand in hand really around the same time. And also I was in a space rock band as well. So around that time I was really busy with various projects. And so My Silent Wake was kind of like the continuation of Ashen Mortality. And then I had the other two projects as well, which I was working on. The space rock thing was the person who was lodging at my house. That was his project, and I was sort of helping out with that. And so, yeah, it was sort of, I sort of had a bit of an explosion of things I wanted to do. Obviously, I was sort of splitting up with my wife, and my life was changing quite drastically around that time. Had a lot
Sorry to hear. Sorry to hear, man.
It was, no, I won't say too much. But yeah, I had a massive.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
you're fine. You're fine.
Sort of splurge around that time. So yeah, yeah, a lot of music came out of it. And so things moved really quickly at the start of My Silent Wake, even though like I had a full-time job, which was shift work, working on the railways. Looking back now, I can't quite figure out how I fitted everything in really, but yeah, it was a lot of work put into the band at the start. In the first few years, we'd sort of done quite a few albums.
Yeah, something like 11 albums, I believe.
I've lost count. I think we've done more than that now. I think, have we? Oh, I don't know. Something like 11, 12, something like that. I don't know.
Is there some new work do you have some new songs that you're working on? Some new material?
No, we've sort of taken a hiatus now. I mean, we've reached 20 years of the band, and we've kind of, we've just done our final gig. A couple of weeks back, we did a gig in Plymouth, which was part of a doom and black metal sort of festival, all-day festival. And that was a brilliant day. It went down really well. There's a video online which was done by my friend Matt Vigstaff, who does a lot of the artwork for us, and he works for Peaceville.
Okay.
Yeah, does work for Peaceville, and he's done videos for Dark Throne and various bands. And he did a video for us for the weekend, and he's put all the footage of us mucking around and some on-stage footage, and he's put it to one of the songs from the last album. So yeah, that's on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
it's
watching. Yeah,
I definitely love this project. I think it's an excellent sound. I mean, it's just continuation of what I already love what you put out. I mean, I love your style. You have your own, you have your own sound. So I mean, you've been really, I mean, especially your vocals. I mean, I could always tell if it's you. I know. I know your voice by now. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've got a little note from my wife here. Let me go to Matt's. Right, okay, love. I'll see you in a bit. Who I was just talking about, Matt, he lives next door now. He kind of moved to the area back in March. Well, I've been friends with him for ages. He did when Seventh Angel got back together again and we did the Dust of Years, he did the album cover for that,
Okay.
and he did the album cover around the same sort of time. We did Garland of Tears with My Silent Wake, and he did the album cover for that as well. And he's done album covers for some like big bands, Cradle of Filth and My Dying Bride. But yeah, he's our next door neighbour now. So and yeah, every 13th of the month he does like a little film show at his house, and he does he has various music videos and films, and it's very entertaining. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, we're doing that later. So, but yeah, he's done that last video for us, and he did a video about a friend who was in the band that died last year. So he'd done a tribute to him as well. So that's also on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you want to watch it.
Awesome. So pretty much this project's on a hold now. It's done with, huh?
Yeah, it's not finished. We haven't split up. It's just that we just put out a double disc compilation, which was a lot of work to get together.
Okay.
Starting at the start of the year, we did new recordings. I did loads of pouring through archives of stuff, trying to figure out what tracks to put on. And it literally took months to get all this together. So now it just feels like the right time to just sit back for a bit and just relax. I've got Guillotine Dream to work on. I'm writing some new songs for Guillotine Dream. So it's a good time now to have a rest from writing anything from My Silent Way. We just put the album out. So, it's ideal time to just take a bit of time out.
Yeah, that sounds good. Rest and relaxation is a good thing. Play on your train set.
Well, August was a crazy month because we did two. We went to Bloodstock and we went to Arctangent, which are two festivals. And then
Was it one of the festivals in Germany or something like that?
No, they were both UK, but then we just
No, the UK. That's right. You're right. That's what I remember now. UK. You said this is the last time we're going to play in the UK in your post or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't play at those fest. We didn't. The first two festivals I just mentioned, we didn't play there. We do work at one of them voluntarily, and the other one we just went, just to enjoy the festival. But the third festival, the Plymouth one, that's where the band played, and that was our final gig. But it's just that the month of August was a crazy month of just doing loads of stuff. I mean, camping out twice. I think we had 2 days off between the two festivals, and it was pretty mad. So yeah, I've been knackered since the last 2 weeks. It's a struggle to do anything at the moment.
So, do you feel that this project kind of sums you up how you are right now in your mentality and all that, and with your faith, your beliefs? Does this sum you up, My Silent Wake?
Yeah, I suppose it does. I mean, when I started My Silent Wake, I would have still classed myself as a Christian, and I think some of the lyrics kind of reflect that. But I was definitely a different kind of Christian to the one I was when I started Seventh Angel. And I think, as I've become agnostic, I think that's pretty obvious, I think, from some of the lyrics. And, also the other members of the band as well, they're sort of...
What's like kind of your basic description of agnostic to you? What is that? What does that mean to you?
Different types of agnosticism, but to me, the way the way it works for me is that I admit that I don't know. When it comes to God, I don't know. And when it comes to a lot of things, I don't know. When it comes to how we're here, I don't know. Or there's, I'm very interested in broadening my mind in a way. I watch a lot of scientific videos and various things that look at different theories of, you know, to do with like quantum physics and that. And I
Yeah.
find that very
Oops.
interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. This to say that you know anything outright is that's a pretty bold statement, I think.
Well, I think that's why Christians go by the faith of a mustard seed. It's just like we just have that little bit of faith that we hold on to, that it's reality. You know what I mean? And
And
so
it's a lot to
it's not
speculate.
necessarily a fact that we know. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah. Well, a Christian would say, I have doubts, whereas an agnostic would say, I don't know. And I don't beat myself up for having doubts. I just don't
yeah,
know. So I'm happy not to know. That's the difference. And it's a nice place to be where you don't feel like you have to know,
yeah.
because
So you have your peace with
you
this.
really have peace in the fact that you don't know, and that you realize that you're a very small part of this universe.
Yeah,
And it it's a more humble way to be. Do you think that I used to go around telling people, what I believed, and that they should believe it, and to think how, pig-headed I used to be. It's pretty scary. I just thought I knew things, and I knew so little. When I look back, I knew so little about life and about everything. It's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So agnostic has nothing to do with like I know it sounds weird saying it, but any kind of form of Satanism or anything different like that. It's just a faith of not knowing. Is it what you're getting at?
It's not a faith.
It's not a faith.
It's not a faith, no. It's
Okay.
like atheism isn't a faith. Atheism is saying that there is no God, whereas agnosticism is saying, I don't know whether there's a God. So
Yeah.
it's not a faith, because you're not putting your faith into anything really. You're just saying, I don't know
Yeah.
if there's a God. So because I don't know whether there's a God or not, I'm not going to follow anything strictly.
Yeah.
I could wake up tomorrow morning and say a prayer if I felt like it. And then the next day I could think, we live in a godless universe, because I don't have to follow a set of rules anymore. I don't have to feel guilty for not following that set of rules. It's that is what freedom is, not what people who are Christian who say they're free. It's freedom. That's not, to me. That is absolutely not right. But there you go. It's like I saw a program about the Jesus Army. I don't know if you're aware of them.
No,
There's a
no,
cult.
no, no.
It was a cult that was in this country, and the leader got had all these rules people had to follow. It was a
Oh,
really strict Christian cult, and I
sad.
remember standing up there saying, we're free. This is freedom. You're just looking at them thinking, you're some of the most restricted people ever, and you think you're free. It's just wow. Amazing.
Yeah, it is. I understand that. Yeah, definitely. Especially, I'm so sick. Yeah, the Colts, man. They
What's the
get
last
annoying. They get
doing?
annoying because they give also a bad name for a lot of people that are trying to do a little bit right, and do a little bit of good. At least they feel that or believe that, that they're doing good, and which gives them hope or strength and stuff, But I mean, I guess, like you say, to each their own, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because we're all
Look,
different. We're all uniquely created.
you
I
got
do
to look
believe
at,
that.
yeah, but look at, say, Facebook now. I've noticed there's more and more fake news on there. It
Oh
gets
gosh,
worse and
so
worse
many.
all the time. Pictures of celebrities, and then underneath it says they've done this, this, this. It's totally fake. You look at the comments underneath, how many people are falling for it? Because there's a
Yeah.
real lack of critical thinking nowadays.
Yes.
And, there's people falling for that. You might think that's not important, but it is, because those are the kind of people that are going to fall for all sorts of scams.
Yes.
You know, um,
You
people
know,
really to
it's funny because, well, one time
themselves.
I've been a big follower of The Cure. I love The Cure.
Yeah.
And I had a guy that came on and said that he was Robert Smith trying to be a fake. And I got a video of him trying to talk to me. And it was a black guy from Zimbabwe or something. And he was like with no shirt on and stuff. I'm like, what the hell, dude? What are you trying to fake Robert Smith, and all that? And he started, it upset me bad because I like a big fan of The Cure. So I mean, I had all their albums, everything. I really loved them. But
Yeah,
but it messes with people. You know what I mean? It really
that's
does,
crazy.
because people have faith in that, and then they get, once they find out it's fake, they're just like crushed. Their souls crushed, so to
You've got
say.
to, you've got to do your research. That's the thing. And nowadays it's easier to do that because you've got the
Yeah,
internet. So you can research something. If you hear something, rather than just believe it, really research it. Not just, if it's something important, then I'd say
yeah,
research it in lots of different ways rather than just believe something that's
yep,
being put to you, because there's so much rubbish out there that people are falling for at the moment.
yeah. They are.
And it's very
It's so
scary.
funny. They call it on TikTok influencers.
Mm,
I mean, they're real good. It gets so annoying. I hate all that stuff. I don't watch any of it. I don't. I don't. I talk to bands. I deal with people like you and someone on my phone right now, Wisdom and Chains. I deal with them. Deal with all these bands and get all this stuff organized and try to maintain relationships and with them. And
yeah,
then yeah, it's funny because the reason why I pointed out the Robert Smith thing is because I have it with tons of bands. I had someone that was a fake Gary Newman, and all these different bands, that different.
oh,
It's like, come on, leave me alone. And they have like 3 followers.
that's shocking.
It's like, come on, dude. I know you're not the real one. Leave me alone. Quit wasting my time with this crap and this nonsense. Because honestly, this takes up all my time anyways, as it is. I mean, doing all this for the bands because I do graphic designing during the week, and I keep trying to get rescheduled. Get people scheduled. I'm up
Yeah.
to November. Fully booked.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, yeah, it's but all these people just waste their time, waste their energy. They drain you like almost like an energy vampire. Just
Yeah,
draining
yeah,
you. You remember that
absolutely.
show? What you
Yeah,
do in the shadows?
yeah, yeah, great. Yeah,
Yeah, that's like one of our favorite shows ever.
yeah.
The energy vampire that just keeps talking. That about this and that, and then it was formed back in these days.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I've come
just
across a few of them. Yeah.
what's his, I can't remember his name, man. But that's so funny. Anyways, so okay, so we know you're working on your new that goth project, Guillotine Dream. You got stuff like that going. So we plan on any other type of? Do you do any other type of projects right now besides that, or you
Yeah, I mean,
just gonna stick
there's
with the
always,
goth right now?
yeah, there's all sorts of bits and pieces in the works, but some of them are just ideas.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I'll mention if something comes up, I'll mention it on Facebook or whatever, and keep everyone aware.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to anything you put out because everything you put out is pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, you're very talented. You're the you're a bomb ass guitarist. I'm just gonna say it. You really are. You're amazing, and your vocals are top notch, bud. And so I appreciate everything you do. I really do. And I hope you know that from my heart that I'm being sincere. I really am. And I'm not just saying that as a fan. I'm really grateful for you. And yeah. And so anything you like to get off your chest? Anything else?
What I will add is that I mean we've spoken about belief and that.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to say is that I'm not like anti-Christian. I'm not sort of anti people's belief. It's
Yeah.
kind of the way that it's expressed is sometimes pretty poisonous. That's all. But I think that personal belief in something doesn't have to be like that. It can be quite a harmless thing if it's not taken to extremes.
Yeah.
Um,
So you
so
believe that there still is good in it, in the
yeah,
Christian.
yeah. Same with political beliefs. It's when things are taken to
Ugh. Now
extremes.
that's where I go like this. Hell, see, I hate politics. Oh, I hate
Yeah,
politics.
the problem is politics is
Ugh.
um, it does affect everyday life and yeah, just the way we treat each other. That's kind of like politics, isn't it? And you think,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean those kind of politics, I suppose. The I just see a lot of, as I said, a lot of hatred and division. There's a lot
Yeah.
of that. I mean, uh, whereas I'm a hippie. I like I want to see more love. I want to see more. People coming together, and I hate to see all the ways people are. The people racist, homophobic. I just transphobic. It drives me mad. Give people a chance. It's like they're already having problems in their lives. There's enough people causing trouble for them. They need
Yeah.
they need people to treat them with compassion, you know, not give them crap. And
Yep.
it's like
I hear you.
people who are claiming to be Christians that are making things worse for people like that, are gay or trans. Just think, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry. One of my cats is acting up. It's like it's attacking the other cat. Anyways, I do appreciate you, buddy. I thank you so much again for your time, and
That's
I'm
okay.
looking forward to, like I said, look forward to everything you put out. And so,
Yeah, thanks.
be well and take care of yourself, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
cheers.
you again.
Yeah, thanks for that. Take
You
care.
Take care of
Bye.
yourself. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye. bit.